Most of you have been watching my videos for a while, so you probably already know your way around Premiere. But since this channel keeps growing, thank you by the way, I still have to make some basic videos every now and then. I mean, it's literally in the name. Let's open up Premiere. Trick number 1. Select clips using label colors. This one lets you select all the clips with the same label in your timeline. To enable this, right-click a clip right here, go to Label, and then click Select Label Group. There you go. Now all the clips that are magenta are selected. Fun fact, I have been using Premiere since 2015. And I just learned this. I have no idea how long this feature is in Premiere. I have always looked over the select label group option. Anyway, trick number 2. I and O key in project panel. Let's open up the big view for this one. Right here, you can actually hover your cursor over your clip to preview it. Now, if you don't want to drag this entire clip into the timeline, but let's say only the first few seconds, then you can press I on your keyboard to set an in point. Then go a bit further and press O on your keyboard to set a video out point. This just made a selection in your video, and if you now drag that in the timeline, only that selection will be there. Basically a simplified version of the source monitor. Trick number 3. Reveal in project. Let's say you have many clips in the project panel, and you're looking for this one right here. Well, if you right click it and find reveal in project, that clip will be highlighted in the project panel. Makes it a lot easier to find. Number 4. Match frame. What if you lost a part of your audio? This happens sometimes when you cut it away by accident, and if you don't notice it, you can't just Ctrl-Z it all the way back. Now, to recover this specific part of your clip, simply select the video and press F on your keyboard. That will make a video and audio selection of your selected clip on your source clip. That way you can simply drag the audio by clicking the waveform icon here straight into the timeline like this. 5. Ever wanted to move the audio of a clip but couldn't? Well, that's because they're linked. Now, there are a few ways you can fix this. The easiest one is simply holding down Alt, then selecting a clip, and then releasing Alt, and now you can drag that clip around. Once you release it, it's linked again, of course. Now, if you want to permanently unlink your clip, select a linked clip, right-click them, and choose Unlink. It's that simple. Alright, it's time for a bonus trick. Making animated captions. Rule number 1. Don't use the text panel. What I use instead is submagic. You just click generate captions, then I upload a video, pick the animated captions I like, and boom. I mean, isn't this amazing? And you gotta admit, that was fast, right? Well, in reality, it actually takes a few more minutes. Let me show you. All the captions here look great from scratch, so if you're happy with the result, you can export it and call it a day, like we just did. But the thing is, with submagic, you have full creative control. If you click customize, you have complete creative control. Oh, I think I just repeated myself. Anyway, you can change the font and basically everything that has something to do with your captions. Imagine you have to create those in Premiere. I think it's insane that people still do that. You can also add a word animation or perhaps add animation variants. Now, of course, you can still go ahead and adjust the captions, but honestly, that's usually not needed. Anyway, when you're done, you can export your video in 4K, and in the meantime, you can generate a description for your video, hashtags. I think in total, you're probably spending about 10 minutes max on one video. You can check out Submagic by clicking the link down below. Thank you Submagic so much for sponsoring this video. Number 6. Enabling or disabling all tracks simultaneously. Let's say you're working on music and sound effects, but you're done with video editing. You want to make sure you don't damage your video by accident when you're working on your audio. That's why you can lock your clips. If you want to lock all your clips simultaneously, simply hold down Shift and click one of them to lock them all. Also works with unlocking, by the way. And you can also use this to hide a track or to mute all your audio and so on. Trick number 7. Audio scrubbing on and off. Audio scrubbing. You love it or you hate it. I hate it. Especially when I'm working with my own voice. This is what I'm talking about. I really think it's annoying. To turn this off, simply press Shift plus S on your keyboard. And there you go, no audio scrubbing anymore. Perfect. Trick number 8. Adjustment layer opacity hack. Newbies, you are gonna love this. So right here I have an adjustment layer with some effects applied to it. By the way, all the effects applied to this clip will be applied to all the clips sitting underneath it. That gives you a little more control. It allows you to hide the effects track and so on. But here comes the real trick. I think this combination of effects is a bit too much and I want to turn it down a little. Now, you can go and adjust all the effects individually, or you can simply decrease increase the opacity of the adjustment layer until you're satisfied. I always turn it all the way down to 0 and then go up. When I'm happy, I just stop going up. Number 9. Changing track heights. This one is cool. You already know that you can click and drag to resize your tracks in the timeline. Now, to do this even faster, simply hover your cursor over a track. Hold down Alt and use your scroll wheel to make it bigger or smaller. Sometimes it makes the wrong video track bigger. That bug has been in Premiere for years, and I don't think they're ever gonna fix that. Number 10. Download Premiere Beta, but please don't use it for your actual work because it's usually full of bugs. Premiere's beta has a lot of new features that are still in development that you can play around with. For example, the color page. This one is probably coming to Premiere in a few months. It's basically a new way of color grading in Premiere. It will eventually replace Lumetri color, I guess. So I really hope Adobe will take their time to develop this. I wouldn't even care if they'd worked another year or two on it. Anyway, if you want to learn more about the beta version and learn what's new in Premiere, click the video right here on your left. What are you waiting for? Click it.